Tonight, Pirates, we up. And so is the government. The longest shutdown in history comes to a close.
The women of Sigma Gamma Rho get their groove on with the 70s themed week.
And the smooth criminal is coming back to the silver screen. Stay with us.
From your home to your home by the sea, Hampton University's newscast. WHOV-TV. Every Thursday in Hampton Roads, we are your voice. You can count on us to keep you updated on all the noise. Nationwide, school-wide, what's trending and what's in the sky. Pirates, this is the only news channel that is just for you. WHOV, the Scripps Howard News Watch starts right now.
Good evening, Pirates. I'm BL Harewood.
I'm Jamison Harris, and you're watching WHOV-TV. We begin tonight with some Scripps news. Her campus is hosting its Everything She Said HBCU conference this weekend. The empowering event celebrates the voices of Black women who lead and inspire through the power of their stories. A few of the panelists include Deshauna Brown, Jalen McKee, and marketing strategist Kenisha Denise, and more. Registration is now open for Saturday at 1 p.m. Head to @HCHamptonU on Instagram to secure your spot.
Our student spotlight is representing Ogre Phi Ogre. Ariel Cole takes us inside their mission to serve.
From the halls of Kennedy to the heart of Hampton, Sanai Wilson keeps proving that leadership starts with love. For 3 years straight, Sanai Wilson has led her class, first as Miss Freshman, then Miss Sophomore, and now Miss Junior.
I knew how much I valued the position, not only that, but I knew how much I enjoyed making a change on my campus and with my peers. So that's why I wanted to run.
Whether she's organizing her annual Santa Closet toy drive for the Boys and Girls Club or partnering with Hearts for Gladys to send letters to seniors, Sanai continues to lead with purpose, spreading love beyond Hampton's campus.
I want to bring that onto my campus because I understand we all have grandparents who are getting older. So let's go out and reach out to the elderly and let them know that we do appreciate them.
Those who have worked alongside her have seen how much she's grown.
I would say freshman year, Sanai was cool, don't get me wrong, but I feel like she was a little bit reserved. She was still trying to find her groove here. I feel like now she's really stepped into her element and really, becoming who she wants to be and what kind of legacy she wants to leave at Hampton. And I'm so proud of her. I couldn't be more proud.
Through it all, she's learned the importance of teamwork and perseverance.
Becoming a team player, no matter who's here, who's not, just really keeping that mindset of being able to persevere, but also being a team player on and off the field.
Reporting from Hampton University, I'm Ariel Cole with WHOV-TV.
What a great reminder to give back during this holiday season. Thanks, Sanai.
Who is behind the mask? Pageant season is in full swing at HU. Campus is buzzing as the Gamma Iota chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated prepares to crown their queens. The contestants for the Miss Black and Gold pageant will be revealed tomorrow. Come to the Student Center atrium to see who will be competing for the crown at 4:06 p.m. Follow Hampton U Alphas on Instagram for more details about the upcoming pageant.
The National Society of Black Engineers is hosting a regional chapter game night with 3 Virginia colleges.
Really to just cross-collaborate, encourage each other to do events and just give ideas, because the stronger we are as one unit, especially the schools that are close to us, like Norfolk State, Old Dominion University, and if we come together, we can create a stronger community.
The event is on Saturday at 3 p.m. in the Olin Engineering Building.
Hampton University's Zeta Xi chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated is celebrating their sisterhood with a 70s twist. Reporter Sage Cookstrad takes us abroad the Royal Soul Train.
It's a week of soul, sisterhood, and style as Hampton University's Zeta Xi chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated hosts its annual SG Rho Week.
Sigma Gamma Rho Incorporated is a Divine Nine sorority founded on November 12, 1922 at Butler University in Indianapolis, Indiana. This year's theme, All Aboard the Royal Soul Train, takes it back to the 70s, where the vibes are groovy, the sisters are golden, and the energy is unmatched. This week kicked off with chapel service, then continued with R and bingo, mixing music and fun for a good cause. Later in the week, the Poodle's Sweet Treat fundraiser filled students with sugar and smiles, while the shirt-making social let students get creative with their own royal designs, where I spoke to the sorority's president and treasurer on their thoughts on SG Row Week.
Prep was probably my favorite part of the week. It's just getting the chapter together, getting everyone's ideas on the table, and kind of just seeing it all come to life.
The whole point of SG Row Week is actually to highlight our sorority and just show like the different things that we do on campus and just bringing our campus community together.
The week will conclude with Mr. Romeo's Scholarship Pageant at Ogden Hall this Saturday night at 6:22 p.m. You can stay up to date with the chapter on Instagram at ZETXISGRHOS. Reporting from the Student Center, Sage Cook-Stroud with WHOV-TV.
From service to style, the ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho are providing that sisterhood that never goes out of style.
Hampton started a smooth week with some jazz. The Hampton University Community Jazz Ensemble hosted its premiere concert on Monday in Ogden Hall. The show began with the Louis Armstrong classic, What a Wonderful World. As the night continued, jazz hits like Misty by Ella Fitzgerald and others filled the room. Honoring the legacy of jazz music and musicians, the ensemble performed several songs to end on a high note.
Life has its challenges and sometimes unexpected things happen. And between school and personal life, it's easy to forget about your own mental health. No worries, you're not alone. Hampton University's Bereavement Services program is hosting a wellness brunch on Sunday, November 16th. The event will last from noon to 3 p.m. at the McGrew Towers Conference Center. For more information, check out the Hampton BSP Instagram page. We hope to see you there.
I beg your pardon? That's what Trump's doing, as he stamps approval for the release of several political allies.
And fans are hyped for music's bigger tonight as the Grammy nominations are out. But this brings new changes and controversy.
Stay with us to find out what's tea.
It's been a busy week in Washington. We're hopping right in. Let's stay federal. Newly released emails from Jeffrey Epstein's estate link the late financier to connections with President Donald Trump. Congressional Democrats made the email public. It shows Epstein kept a close eye on Trump's movements and claimed he knew about the girls connected to his trafficking network. The White House is calling the allegations misleading as pressure grows to release all remaining Epstein files.
The government shutdown comes to a close after 43 days. It reopened after Trump signed the bill into law last night. The legislation is expected to keep the government open until late January and fund SNAP benefits through next September. Many question why some Democrats decided to vote to pass the bill. Democrat Hakeem Jeffries briefly spoke on the matter following the vote.
Many people are struggling to live paycheck to paycheck.
Despite Democrats' efforts, their goal of extending funding to the Affordable Care Act was not included in the deal.
Millions of Americans who rely on SNAP benefits are seeing updates designed to make food assistance faster and easier to manage. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is rolling out new digital tools that let users upload receipts, check balances, and access healthy eating resources right from their phones. Officials say the goal is to make SNAP more efficient and accessible for every household in need.
President Donald Trump is continuing to rewrite how the 2020 election is remembered. He recently put pen to paper, signing for nearly 80 political allies to receive, quote, full, complete, and unconditional pardons. Among them are Mark Meadows, his old chief of staff, and a pair of his former lawyers, Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell. Critics say this is an attempt to excuse the individuals who allegedly tried to overturn election results. Some say the series of pardons are largely just for show, since no one on the list is actually being charged with a federal crime.
The thing that's very concerning and alarming about them is that the president is clearly messaging to his supporters that if you commit crimes in the name of Donald Trump, Trump will have your back.
Earlier this year, the president pardoned over 1,000 MAGA supporters connected to the January 6th riots. The Supreme Court rejects the appeal to overturn same-sex marriages in the U.S. Former Kentucky clerk Kim Davis brought the issue to court on Monday. She directly asked the justices to overturn the 2015 landmark legalizing same-sex marriages. But in a quick decision, the courts declined Davis's appeal and other petitions to overturn the ruling. Davis has been vocal about her opposition to the LGBTQ+ community. The court fined her in 2015 after she denied marriage licenses to same-sex couples. News network BBC America is facing a leadership crisis after two top executives have resigned. General Director Tim Davie and News Chief Deborah Turnus both stepped down after accusations of bias. Trump celebrated their departure, calling the BBC, quote, corrupt journalists. The BBC admits mistakes were made after its program, Panorama, edited Trump's speech from January, removing a line where he urged supporters to protest peacefully.
Every winter, New York shines a very bright light on Christmas and holiday excitement. The 75-year Rockefeller Christmas tree is known to bring the magic to Christmas. The tree arrived last week in New York with a crowd of people celebrating its return. For many people, it's more than a tree that symbolizes joy, tradition, and holiday cheer. The Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting ceremony will take place on Wednesday, December 6th from 7 to 10 p.m.
Up next, we have updates on relief efforts for Hurricane Melissa.
And the app Vine is back in business.
Stay tuned for more after the break.
Good evening, HU. Hope your Thursday has been a good one. I'm Lathan Dunbar-Keys, your weather forecaster for tonight. It's been a chilly week so far. Today, we reached a high of 64 degrees and sunny skies with winds around 14 miles per hour. We're expected to drop to 40 degrees for the evening, and temperatures will continue to drop into tomorrow. On Friday, we'll reach 61 degrees with clear skies. Going into the evening, we will drop to a crisp 49. Pirates, make sure to wear a couple of layers as the day goes on. Expect a slight temperature increase on Saturday, up to 68 degrees and a drop to 60. Under partly cloudy skies. Sunday will be the warmest we've seen all week, climbing to 69 degrees with a drop of 42. Be sure to catch that Hampton sunset just before 5 p.m. Pirates, I'm still getting chills thinking about next week. On Monday, expect a high of 55 and a low of 42. Tuesday will range between 55 degrees and 47 degrees with clouds and possible rain moving into the area. Wednesday's temps will feel like Monday with another high of 56 degrees, partly cloudy skies and fair wind conditions. The Philippines is left in devastation after the events of Super Typhoon Fenghuang. Villages were damaged due to severe flooding, and at least 18 people lost their lives during those 2 days of chaos. This massive cyclone made landfall on Sunday, November 9th, and finished its course on Tuesday. Further evacuation and other relief efforts are underway as the Philippines recovers. WHOV-TV sends our thoughts and prayers to those affected. Several Maryland residents are stranded in Jamaica due to Hurricane Melissa. Instead of acting as if hope is lost, Americans are aiding cleanup efforts and urging the U.S. to send relief. Melissa's Category 5 winds have already knocked out 70% of the island's power, and over 1.5 million people are left devastated, and that number continues to grow. WHOV sends our support for those affected by the storm. Well, Pirates, that's all the weather and trending stories I have for you this week. Back to you at the news desk, BL and Jameson.
Thanks, Lathan, for keeping us in the loop with the weather.
Coming up,
An ex-NFL player has been released on bond.
and Project B is coming soon in 2026.
Aiden Miller is kicking it off with sports next after this.
Good evening, HU. My name is Aiden Miller, and I have your sports news for the week. All right, Pirates, time to get your head in the game for this Pirate Weekly Rundown. Another tough loss for the men's basketball team after their trip to the University of Virginia this Tuesday, losing 53-91, as well as a rough match for the women's basketball team this past Sunday, 77-48 against Wake Forest. Hopefully they will be able to lace up and win the next round against Gardner-Webb this coming Sunday. And make sure to stop by Holland Gym tomorrow at 1 p.m. to see who serves up victory at the volleyball game. Former NFL star Antonio Brown has been released from Miami jail after a $25,000 bond. His arrest follows a second-degree attempted murder charge linked to a shooting at a celebrity boxing event in May. Brown pled not guilty under a strict house arrest with an ankle monitor. He is facing up to 15 years if convicted. Brown is a former pro wide receiver who played for the Steelers, Patriots, and Buccaneers. He played his final game in 2022. Football fans were not welcoming to the commander-in-chief. President Trump makes history as the first president to attend a regular season NFL game since 1978. The crowd booed as he read an oath for members of the military. NBC reports the oath is an on-field enlistment ceremony. Last week, Trump expressed his desire for the new Commander Stadium in D.C. to be named after him. The stadium should be complete by 2030. The Dallas Mavericks have fired their general manager just 2 weeks into the season. Many wondered how long Nico Harrison would be able to keep his job after trading All-NBA guard Luka Doncic to the Lakers. The answer, only 9 months. Harrison tried to fix things by drafting Cooper Flagg with the #1 pick back in June, but it proved not enough. The Mavs currently sit at 3-9, while Luka's magic has lifted the Lakers to 8-4. Not to mention, the player he traded Luka for, Anthony Davis, is injured. Harrison helped Dallas reach the 2024 finals, winning the Western Conference. You know it's a rivalry when the Cowboys make sure that Micah Parsons never ends up with the Eagles. When Dallas traded the all-pro defensive end to Green Bay, they included a poison pill clause. The clause states that if the Packers decided to trade Parsons to any NFC East team, specifically the Eagles who heavily pursued Parsons, they lose their 2028 first-round pickup to the Cowboys. Dallas was not taking any chances with Philly. A major scandal is rocking the MLB. Cleveland Guardians pitchers Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz have pleaded not guilty to federal charges. They are accused of rigging pitches for gamblers who won more than $400,000. Each player now faces charges that could lead up to 20 years in prison. Pirates, what time it is? It's time for the standard of Black excellence. AT is on her way to Project B. Phoenix Mercury All-Star Alyssa Thomas has become the second WNBA player to join the Startup Basketball League. Project B is set to begin play in November 2026 and will play its games in Europe, Asia, and Latin America. The league has made headlines by offering players multi-million-dollar salaries and stakes in the company. Will Thomas be the last All-Star to join Project B? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Well, Pirates, that's all the sports I have for you this week. Back to you, Jameson and BL.
Thanks, Aiden. Up next,
The nominations are in.
find out who is competing in the upcoming Grammys.
We'll be right back after this.
Hey Pirates, my name is Victoria Payne and I will be your entertainment anchor for tonight. Pirates were coming off the wall and into the movie screen. The newest Michael Jackson biopic, Michael, will hit theaters April 24th, 2026. Revolt says the teaser broke records with 116.2 million views in the first 24 hours. Jackson's nephew, Jafar Jackson, is starring as the man in the mirror himself. Let's take a look.
Still, my man.
Make sure Annie's okay. This Land is Her Land, an untold story from America's past hit the big screen. Sarah's Oil tells the true story of 11-year-old Sarah Rector, a black girl from rural Oklahoma, became one of the nation's first young millionaires after discovering oil on her land.
When the land had only weeds and lizards, it was all mine. But when people found out there's oil on it, they started thinking it's theirs. All I'm asking is to keep what's mine.
The results are in. Grammy nominations have been announced. Artists like Kendrick Lamar, Leon Thomas, Bad Bunny, and Tyler, the Creator are up for Album of the Year. But the Grammys have a problem. The playing field has changed after Beyoncé's historic Best Country Album win. The Country Award will now be two separate categories, Best Contemporary and Best Traditional. Fans are saying that the change may be racist after Beyoncé was the first black woman to get the award last year. The Academy says that the new categories will open a new space for all country musicians. We will see how long this goes down in February. Congrats to all nominees. R&B star Summer Walker is back with a new album titled Finally Over It. The album drops tomorrow and comes in 2 parts, for better and for worse. It features big name singers like Chris Brown, Anderson .Paak, 21 Savage, Bryson Tiller, and more. Tracks include Scars, Go Girl, and the title track, Finally Over It. Fans can stream the album online or download it starting tomorrow. Let's go, girl, and sing our hearts out. Do it for the Vine? I ain't gonna do it. The 6-second loops from Vine are back. The rebooted Vine platform named Vine is being funded by former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey. The app has access to over 10,000 archives and will not have any AI-generated videos. Vine shut down in 2017, but now a new era begins for the popular platform. That's all the entertainment news for tonight. Back to you, Jamison and BL.
Thanks, Victoria. Well, that's all the news we have for you tonight.
Make sure to follow us on social media at WHOV-TV to stay up to date.
We'll see you next time. Have a good night, Pirates.